Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, guys, so I want to really go deep into the box office because there's some things that I think people are getting wrong concerning Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm gonna pull both the numbers up for the original Ant-Man as well as the sequel, and then you'll see what I mean.
Could he be meaning that it's not equaling the amount of the?
Here's the thing. People are. Here's the thing. Ant-Man and the Wasp. What people don't realize is that it was not released in the UK until much later.
Yeah.
Now people are making videos like, I don't understand why it's not in the UK. But we know why it's not in the UK, because the UK is focused on the World Cup, on football, and they don't want to have any movies released when the World Cup is in theater, because they have, I guess, the World Cup in theaters also.
Yeah.
So they have a different thing. In their culture, they have sports events on the big screen on the theater.
Yeah.
While we have movies. So they kind of not have anything released when they're doing their, sort of like we do the World Series or we do the Super Bowl. Yeah. The World Cup is their thing in the UK.
Yeah. And they don't want conflict or...
Right. So when that's done, because we know that because of Doctor Who. Now, when that's done, then all these movies that came out here already are going to be coming out there. So now this week, in the UK, Ant-Man and the Wasp is released. We're not going to get the figures until next week.
Yeah.
So that explains why Ant-Man and the Wasp's not in the UK. Another thing that people are not understanding is, because they don't track the box office like we do, is there is a huge difference with the numbers from Ant-Man to Ant-Man and the Wasp because it's not released in China yet either.
Hello.
It's not released in China until the 24th of August.
Whoa.
So a long time. So now let me try to clarify why they're getting it wrong. Ant-Man, the first movie, made 180,202,163 domestically, right?
Yeah.
Foreign number, and I'm going to show this. I want to screen share this. Because I just want to show this off here, okay? So, again, Ant-Man, 180,202,163, right?
Yeah.
Worldwide, in foreign markets, it made 339,109,802. Worldwide, 519,311,965. You see that? Okay, we're going to go into details, too, because foreign-wise, this is everybody that's had the movie, Ant-Man. This is Ant-Man, right? The first one, okay? And if you look, you'll see that it made $105 million, okay?
In China alone.
In China alone. In the UK, it made $25 million alone. So you're talking 130.
115 during the Christmas holiday.
This is the first Ant-Man. So you're talking 130 million dollars difference, right?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh no, I don't need to do that because I have the screen right here. Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay. Now look, Ant-Man and the Wasp right away beat the domestic numbers from the original Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Made like about 9 million more. Okay? Yeah. Foreign markets, it's smaller.
7.1% more.
Foreign markets, it's only 212 million. And then worldwide 401. Now, again, if you look at the foreign numbers, it's not everything. The UK's not there.
Yeah.
I don't even think Japan is there.
I see Hong Kong, but
I don't see Japan. So it's not just the UK. It's not just China. There's no China. There's a whole bunch of places that's not even released yet.
Turkey.
Huh?
Got Spain.
It's not released everywhere though. Japan's not there, and China's not there. The UK's not there. So right off the bat, we're missing a whole bunch of countries. We're missing a whole bunch of things. Now, if you added 130 million to the 4001, it beats the first Ant-Man, meaning that if it's going to be released in China and make the same exact thing, it's going to be more than the first Ant-Man.
And look at the opening weekend on top of that. So
people are predicting that it's going to make 500 million, if not more, right? Yeah. They're lowballing it because they don't want to say it's going to beat the first Ant-Man. But all it needs to do is have 500, basically right here. It needs to have 519 million to beat the first Ant-Man. Now, some people even making videos that it's the lowest Marvel movie, it's failing, it's terrible, it's doing bad. These people, and again, you know what? Some people are actually big YouTubers. Now, I'm not here to put down the big YouTuber. I'm not here to do whatever. What I'm here to do is saying that when you're making a video, you're missing the main key points, and that you can't just make a video and say that it's doing bad, it's doing horrible. Even if you saw it, you didn't like it. You can't do these things without the facts, and the facts is it's not released everywhere.
Yeah.
So please, if you're gonna make the video, analyze the box office like we analyze it. And the funny thing is the person was analyzing the box office, but he wasn't analyzing the whole box office. He was only concerned with America, and that's not
the domestic and not the foreign.
That's not how the movie does. So, again, I'm not bashing anybody, but I would suggest you make another video because we are going to be on top of it, and I'm predicting it's going to make over 500 million.
And
now,
so that first Ant-Man.
I think it could. But again, we're going to have to wait and see. And for people, and also, yes, I understand Paul Rudd came out and says, I don't know if there's going to be another Ant-Man. That's all bullcrap, first of all, because they told him to say something like that to distract the audience. Basically, everybody's got Infinity War on the brain.
Yeah.
You and I agree.
Infinity War.
You and I agree that this movie got lost in the shuffle.
It did.
Ant-Man and the Wasp does not have come out right after Infinity War. It kind of got interfered with. The sequel became a filler for Infinity War. And it lost its touch because of Infinity War. So I was pissed off that it was released at all.
You should have held Ant-Man for another
next year.
Next year, or at least
too many movies in a year. Black Panther and Infinity War was it. But no, now you have to throw in Ant-Man and the Wasp to be connecting the next Infinity War, which is you don't need to do that. So I honestly believe that there will be a 3. Maybe, he'll get married to the Wasp. I don't know, whatever. They're going to be a thing. There is so much potential for Ant-Man and the Wasp to do. That it's unbelievable. There's so many comics to draw from. You could go to the Microverse. You could fight Psycho Man. There's a whole many different things. His daughter could become a superhero eventually in the new Avengers, with the Teenage Avengers or whatever. There's so many different things they could do. And I think that's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be to that point where, yes, I feel there's definitely gonna be an Ant-Man 3. But I don't want Ant-Man 3 to
movies and 3s anyway.
Everything's a trilogy or more. They've been doing
wrap it up.
Nobody does 2 movies and then they feel comfortable with 2 movies. Okay? You've seen this many a time.
Whether they do it for the big screen or go straight to video. If you look at things, they always do a 3rd movie.
It's very rare. The only exception would be Eddie and the Cruisers and Eddie and the Cruisers 2. Right?
That came out before the whole little
sequel thing, really, right? But and then Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride 2, but then Father of the Bride 3 they're talking about, so that would break that cycle, right? Yeah. And then I know the remake of Pink Panther 1 and 2, but we don't need to have a third one, which is part of that. No. But anyway, there's a few occasions where there's 2, but most of the time, 9 times out of 10, there are 3 movies to it. In the case of Star Wars, it's 3, 3, and 3. Because it's always 3s.
Yeah.
It's, with Star Wars, and it's the prequels is 3, then it's 7, 8, 9. Yeah. It's 3, 3, 3. So it's always 3 guys. That's the thing. So most of the time. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, I fully expect, once it's released in the UK, we're going to see a jump. Once it's released in Japan, in China, things are going to have a different
ball. Basically, when it hits China, that's when we're going to see the numbers really bump.
Absolutely.
Bump it up over the first one anyway.
Absolutely. And I want to do go over other movies, too, because Jurassic World 2, you want to see the dominance of what Jurassic World 2 does in the foreign markets. Just in China alone, it made $248 million. That's Jurassic World, okay? Japan, it made $46 million, okay? In the UK, it made $54 million. So the overseas markets really is very important when it comes to these movies. And when a movie doesn't release in the UK and all these different, and in China, well, let's say in China, then it's devastating. Like Suicide Squad would have made so much more money had it been in China, but because of the supernatural element, they didn't like that, So, but even Ghostbusters, if Ghostbusters was released there, it would have had a sequel instant.
Yeah.
So, we got something new to report.
What's that?
Okay. Well, it looks like our little pledge somehow took a jump. I don't know how. And Black Panther did a little jump, but is it out of the theaters now, though? It looks like Black Panther jumped to 669,969,000. So it's basically 30,000 away. 30,000 away from $700 million domestically.
Damn.
It sucks that it's not going to do it, though. It just.
And if they could have just released it at a different time, it could have.
No. It would have to release the same time, but if they could just leave it in the theaters for a little bit without pulling it. Oh wait, here it is. This is the jump. On Thursday, the movie was up 3,048%. On Thursday alone, Black Panther made 12,594. So people are listening to us. Now, there is possibility that we could get Black Panther this weekend to cross that threshold and make the $700 million. We're very close, Scott.
Yes.
And let me show you. I want to show it to you here. This is it. This is where, when we keep pleading with people listen. It went from $400. It made on Wednesday. Look at this, Scott. 3,048% up.
Holy
220. It made it on Thursday. 12,000. It made alone in one day. It's blue. The numbers are blue, man. It's blue.
Yeah.
See how it's red where it's going down? This is blue.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have one more weekend probably of this. So people, listen to what I tell you.
See
Black Panther.
That week and make it a 2-week deal. So
Get this friggin' number to 700 million, please. We're almost there, man. We're 30,000 away. 30,000 away.
DC's crappy movies to win.
No, man. You want Black Panther? Wakanda forever.
Yes.
Get that
if
going.
You don't allow Black
Movie Pass, make that shit go bankrupt. No, I'm just kidding.
Number.
Whatever card you have that pays for a free movie, go see Black Panther.
DC Universe movies beats them every single time.
Tell DC no. Well, I don't know about that. Now you're lying, Scott. Now you're lying, Scott.
I know.
DC never wins, but all right. Just go see Black Panther. I want it to be 700 million.
Yeah,
I really want that. I'm upset about it. I mean, that's so close yet so far. Wakanda forever. Come on. All right. Besides that,
Thanos will win if you don't see.
That's right. Now he killed Black Panther. Don't let him win. You know what I'm saying? So, they're already talking about another Mission Impossible.
I figure they would.
In space or some shit. I don't know. You know what? Whatever, man.
So is they going to remake Moonraker and call it?
That's what I thought. I mean, it's like, all right.
So in that one, will somebody be missing their braces about a few years down the line?
Look, here's the thing. We know there's going to be another Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't think there's going to be another Mission Impossible, you're crazy. So we'll talk about that when they just start writing. We have Episode 9 is going to be using Last Jedi footage also, besides Force Awakens footage. It's going to use Last Jedi footage with Leia.
Okay, I was wondering if they were going to do that. Probably unused footage.
So that's how they're going to do the Leia thing. Now, China basically told Disney to go F themselves with Christopher Robin.
Why?
The Chinese government is cracking down on all things Winnie the Pooh as political enemies of the communist regime.
Really? Because Tigger likes to bounce?
Oh, shit. So, in other words, if it was released in China, right? Wait. If it was released in China, right, it would be a success probably, right? Because it's not, it's a bomb. That's what's going to be. It's going to bomb now. That's what they're probably saying, that if it doesn't get released in China, it's going to bomb. Oh, my God. All right. All right. Thank you. You know, China just told Disney F off. Well, with all the talk of American Horror Story, the new season,
yeah,
it got approved for next season. So there will be a season 10, which that's great. We also heard that Jessica Lange will return for this season because it's a crossover with, you know, Murder House and Coven. Yeah. So she will be reprising the role as the caretaker of the Antichrist.
Nice.
And, you know, that's what we're going to have. It looks like The Grudge has just been hit with a lawsuit. The Grudge reboot. So that may cause a damper in the Grudge reboot. The Grudge reboot's supposed to open August 16th next year.
What's the reason for our lovely little lawsuit? Even though I know about it, what's our love? What are they getting all up in arms about?
Okay, the Taka Ichishai is the producer of the original actual Japanese versions. John On, okay?
Yeah. And
he's filing a lawsuit against USA for brief of contract lawsuits. It turns out production company could hold on. Production company could Universe acquire the rights of the film and plan to develop it on the condition that Eichheis be given a producer credit and paid an agreed upon fee. The suit claims that despite the contract, Good Universe has not given him a producer credit, and I guess they're not going to pay him. So he's like, oh yeah, well you ain't going to make the movie.
Here's your double barrel.
Because people just they can't pay the piper, and they got to try to be cheap. So now you just pissed off the Grudge producer. You know what?
Yeah,
their own fault. It's their own fault because their stupidity. Okay?
Yeah.
So now you can't put your movie out because you pissed off one of the creators or whatever. That's stupid. So there you go. It's greed. So whatever. Good luck with that shit. Die Hard is going to not only bring back Bruce Willis, but Polly, his wife, on again, off again, off again, on again. And they're doing it as a prequel.
Why?
So they're going to have 2 actors to play Bruce Willis and 2 actors to play Holly, where the original actor is probably going to play Holly, and then a younger version. And they're going to show how he was the cop that he was before Nakatomi Plaza. And he was a
pure happenstance thing.
The whole thing is that he wasn't a cop like that before Nakatomi Plaza.
No.
They're trying to take away from the original movie, make it like he was in all kinds of adventures and did all kinds of shit and crazy things before that. No, they're gonna ruin the whole damn franchise.
They are. Just stop the movie right now.
Stop it.
Yeah.
The whole thing was basically said that he had basically a quiet life as a cop until the fucking Nakatomi thing happened. Then fucking everything happened. Then he had Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3. All shit happened afterwards. Yeah. But none of that shit happened before.
No.
So don't make it like
take away from the original. And
I mean, we know that he was like, you know, he was a nut or a pain in the ass, but it wasn't that, you know, he did all this crazy shit before that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's just, you're ruining the legacy of it, man.
Sounds like they're trying to distance themselves from Skyscraper in a way by doing this. And I know
Skyscraper's a fucking knockoff of that. I mean, they're not distancing Skyscraper. The whole problem is they're taking away from the original Die Hard. That's what they are. Which is bullshit. So, just leave shit alone. What is the problem, right? You
don't have to increase.
Why can't you just leave shit alone? Like, I mean, you want to make another Die Hard, make another Die Hard, but don't ruin the integrity of the first movie.
Yeah.
There's a talk about there being another Space Jam.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're setting it up, so there's probably going to be a Space Jam, but the only problem is that all these people have grown up, so none of these kids know what the hell Space Jam is. Wow. This day and age, so they're going to have to just...
Space Jam is the stuff they're eating in the retirement home, so...
It's just, you know, whatever. What else is going on? We heard that James Gunn's not going to be hired back.
Yeah, which is...
It's bullshit, but you know what? Life is like that. You don't always get your way. Bad shit happens to you know, things, and you move on. And you know what? He's going to move on.
Yeah. Like we discussed in another episode, there's a good likelihood he'll do the independent movies. And
may he be well, and then he'll come back somehow, and I'm sure that his friends will help him, and they'll do movies for him and stuff like that. And it's just unfortunate, but
Disney done dirty. I just still think the Disney...
I have a bad taste in my mouth with that too, but you're beating a dead horse. There's nothing that's going to change. We also had 2 things come out. One, Andrew Lincoln had said that he really, it's kind of weird how he said it. He doesn't want Rick to die.
Mm-hmm.
But he said it in a way because he can't say past tense, because then, like, he really didn't want AMC to kill Rick.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're not going to listen and they're going to kill him anyway. But it seems to me like he wants to take off for a little while and then he wants to come back. So I don't know. Also, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan, has said that the whole point for him to come aboard as Negan, he was a fan of the comic and he really wanted to have the interaction and film the scenes with Carl. And because they ruined that, they took that away from him. He's not really happy about, like, what the hell is he going to do as Negan? Yeah. So they ruined the whole thing. That was like the one fucked up thing. They ruined the whole thing. So, like, first of all, if Rick's gone, there's no fucking point with him either.
Yeah.
So it kind of, you might as well just, now in the comics, they're doing some weird shit where Negan is just leaving. And he's not going to appear anymore, but he's going to be alive, and he's just whatever. And that's the way they're going to end it off with him, where you don't know what the hell happened to him in the comics, and he's just out of the picture. And he doesn't have Lucille because it broke, so he's just different. It seems to me that they're building Fear the Walking Dead, but they're knocking down Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Now, there was also a clip which I don't understand it. They said that Morgan goes to Alicia and says, "Come back with me to Alexandria." And it's like, why the fuck would you travel all that point and now you want to go back? So in other words, what they're going to probably do is after the storm this second half of the season, the whole next season is going to be them traveling back to fucking Alexandria.
Oh, God.
With the cast of Fear the Walking Dead. And by the end of it, they'll probably show up. There's no fucking Alexandria by the time they get over there. You know? So, I mean, and then they're going to integrate them after season 5, probably into Walking Dead. Because it won't continue past season 5. But by then, Alicia may be a main character on Walking Dead. Because who knows who's going to be left. So I just found that interesting. I think Walking Dead's in fucking shambles, to tell you the truth.
It is.
Because they don't know what the fuck to do now that Rick's gone. Maggie's going to be gone too. She's not going to be in the next half of that season either. So there's going to be some crazy ass shit going on. And you know what? We're not going to know how well her show does, Whiskey Cadavers or whatever, until it airs and the ratings are in. So she may get another season out of that and then not be able to come back to Walking Dead at all. So you look distracted, Scott. What are you looking at?
It's just this whole garbage of Dead and Walking Dead is like they can't even decide what they want to do.
Yeah. So that's that. And I know there's other stuff to talk about, so we're going to get out of here for now. All right, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Bye for now.
Ciao.